Alright, well, today we need to build a support mount, and the reason, of course, is because this needs to be stand up. I mean, the support mat for this piece right here, I mean, as you can see, it's just become a collection table for junk. Well, not junk, all this stuff has value and purpose, but it's become a collection spot. Okay, so here we are working in FreeCAD. This is I want to get this to, alright. So this is basically the support brace. And, you know, it's rounded so it can go around the edge of the telescope base. And of course it's got holes in here. The center hole is for the mount bolt or whatever that is. And these little holes up here are for mounting it to the outside piece. Alright, so the next step is going to be to build this. Okay, so what I say, I'm going to cancel this because it says the first thing we need to do is go to File and then load the model file. And the support brackets, and it's version 3.stl. I'm going to open that, and there is our little support bracket. And it says here it's going to take about 2 hours and 41 minutes. Take 23.18 meters and 69 grams of this. I don't know if I have that much. I have a kilogram of it, so I started out with a kilogram. But I can adjust these speeds here by adjusting these thicknesses, the print speed, the printing temperature. Now, most often for PLA, which is what we're using, as 210. But if I use 210 or go a little bit low, it tends to clog up the nozzle. And then, of course, the advanced settings are travel speed, bottom layer thickness, initial. So everything here will affect the speed. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure I have a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Doesn't change anything. So anyway, once we do this, file, and then we print. And what this print does now, it generates this stuff right here, this support brackets B03.G code. Now, where does that go? I've already saved it, so I'm not going to save it again. We're just going to cancel here. The next step, of course, is to, after I play that up in Cura, and is to basically crank this guy up. Let's see what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is position and auto home. Okay. So what this does is sets where it thinks 0 is. And once I get that, I'm going to shut this thing off, and then I'm going to level it. So I have to shut it off because I can't move this stuff around when it's on. So the leveling process is pretty much just a little piece of paper and positioning over this guy. But the hardest part about it is basically leveling this bed. And not the hardest part, the most work that I have to do. And this is just a little piece of paper here. Now if it's not going in, that means it's too close. Come down just a bit. You really have to have it close to the bed. Okay, so I'm going to do the other two corners, and then we'll get ready. Okay, so here we are at the 3D printer, and I can't even remember the name of the company I bought this from. But we're going to go into the, and of course, what you can see here is, this is the nozzle temperature, this is the bed temperature, and this is the fan. Right now we're not burning anything because we don't have anything running. So now we're going to go back, and I think the first thing we're going to do is should be back up a little bit. I can't back up anymore. Prepare, Now we should preheat. Yeah, it's PLA. So that's going to start heating up the nozzle. And then let's also prepare preheat. Let's see. We're going to position first and auto home. What that's going to do is going to push this. It's going to put that everything back where it's supposed to be. Auto home. Now I've leveled the bed. Should go right back where it's supposed to be. Okay, so I've set the nozzle temperature on this for 220, and the reason for that is because if I don't set it higher, it's I'm just going to set this down a little bit. It tends to jam up, and the bed temperature should, at 50 degrees C, it's going to be pretty warm. So let's go back and take a look. What we want to do is we want to print from SD, because what we've done is I loaded the file into the SD card. The file plugs into the side over here. I still got this on the Zoom. So print from SD. I'm going to look for, there it is, support brackets right there. Okay, so I'm going to choose that one. And as soon as it's warmed up, it's going to start printing. It needs to go to 220 here, and it needs to go 60 here. So when we get there, we'll bring you back online. And the fan is working 100%. Let's hope that's taking. Okay, so now she's laying down the first. Not laying down anything. It's not laying down anything because the printer filament is skipping. See how little where it clicks? All the clicking is going on right over here because it's not feeding filament into the nozzle, and it's not feeding filament to the nozzle because the nozzle is clogged. So it's not putting anything down. Alright, so this is a battle that I'll go through all the time with this particular machine. We're going to stop this machine. Control, reset. Alright, so I stopped it. I just put reset and it resets the printer. Some of this stuff you almost have to be a magician to do it. I didn't think I could find a 0.4 millimeter wire to clean out the nozzle. But I mean, it was, and I did everything I could to clean this thing out, but I didn't have a 0.4 millimeter wire in it. Then I thought, well, maybe there's a hardwire brush somewhere in the house that would work, and son of a gun, I stole that off my my welding brush. So now we have to put everything back together. And this is, you gotta be able to take this entire thing apart. If you're gonna work on one of these machines, if you don't know how you're gonna use it one time, get stuck, and you'll never use it again. If you don't know how to take stuff apart and put it back together, then you're never gonna be able to play with one of these machines. Almost when they arrive in the mail, it's you have to, I mean, when you get it in the box, it didn't come this way. You have to build it. And so if you can't build one of these machines, you definitely are not going to even be able to get the first start on it. So now I have to put all this stuff back together again and level it all over again. I had it leveled and ready to go. But it just wasn't spitting out the filament, it wasn't spitting out the plastic. So now that I've played with this, I'm going to have to do it all over again. I have to re-level it. if you don't have any mechanical aptitude, you're definitely not going to be able to play with this. Okay, so now we're back to, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the machine to go to 0. Go where it thinks 0 is. Position, auto home. It's already pretty close to where it is. Alright. I'm going to shut this off and then we're going to re-level it. Okay, so that's what's supposed to happen, and some of the PLA is supposed to drip on out of there. And so let's go ahead and try this one more time. Print from SD. Support brackets. I took it apart again, and I think what happened was that it's still getting up to temperature. It wants to be at 220 now. The bed has to warm up, and so does the nozzle. There we go. Now, yes, looks like good adhesion here. Wow, okay. That's the basic form of this thing, what it's supposed to be. So this layer here will be complete. Okay, it looks like it's laying out a skirt, which generally makes it a little bit harder to get off the plate, but it also gives it a lot more adhesion. It makes it stick to it while it's, basically makes it stay in place while it's forming it. I thought I took the skirts off, but I'll look at the time now, see what time it is. See, it's, yeah, it's definitely building the base plate in first. And this will be a solid section. And, alright, so this is what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so we're just past the first line of the 2 holes that's going there, and it's through there we can see daylight through the holes, and I don't know if you can through here, but so it's about a 1/3 the way done here, and this is the first of 2 brackets. But I like the way it did the holes. It really put a lot of solid material around the holes. It looked like, oh, this is doing the top. That means it's almost done. So it says 95% of the way, 2 hours and 24 minutes in. It has 2 hours and 40 minutes to finish this, so it's probably got 5 or 6 more layers here. It's going to put a few layers on top of this. It should be done. And then we need 1 more because I need 1 on each side. Okay, done. Just now. So it's did it in 2 hours and 36 minutes. And yeah, everything is cooling off right now. It's still hot. So I think what I'll do is just, I don't know if I want to wait for it to cool off, because right now it should be easily breakable. Or not. Anyway, this is pretty much from vision to reality in just a couple of days. Actual time spent on it, a couple hours. So breaking it off of this thing may not be so easy. Or maybe it will be. There it is. Alright, let's go. See if it fits. Okay, here it is. Does it fit? It's perfect. Thanks for watching my program.
If you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day.